meant to go. I meant to go ask my son for his stuff. Yeah, since he didn't made my laptop go dead, like, you see, because I be needing to be on here with y'all for like 50, 11 hours. Yeah, according to YouTube, before they give me my damn coin. My dime. I said, until then, they playing with my damn time. Yeah. Child, according to YouTube, I got to be on here for 50, 11 hours. Hours and hours and hours. Like Mooney Long said. Mm, mm. And I'm like, now how I'm going to do that? Where, like, what? Where is the time? Listen. You see, I'm trying to see, where am I find the time for that? All them hours and hours and hours, like Mooney Long said, child. Like, ooh, that's why I was just telling y'all the other day, like, hats off, hats off, hats off, you see, to all of the streamers, because, like, they be doing their thing. They be doing their thing. Like, they be online for a long time. And I said, shout out to them and shout out to their child. I said, shout out to them and shout out to their child. Now, anyway, hey. Hey, Poopa Stars. It's your girl, Sharon A, and I want to welcome everybody back to my channel. You see. Yeah. I'm just back like that. I said I'm just back like that. So shout out to that. Listen. Let me tell you something. Hold on. I said, hold on. Let me tell you something. Yesterday was a lot. Hey y'all. I said, hey now. You're an all-star. Hey, get your game on. Go. Shout out to that. Listen, y'all. Yesterday was a lot. Oh, baby, listen. Oh, listen. You see? Oh, listen. I don't know what to say, y'all. All I can say is that boy had his day. You see? That boy had his day. Okay? Diddy had his day. All right? And it is what it is. The jury let him out to Diddy vibe. Yeah, one more again. You see? I said, Diddy, bop, bop, Diddy, hop, hop. Yes, they didn't let this man. Woo, y'all, first of all, how's everybody doing out there? You see, yeah, I said, how's y'all doing in the house tonight? La di da di da da da. Hey. You see? Now, I just press live. I just went live. You see, like I don't like to let them know when I'm coming and how I'm coming no more. It just is what it is. Yeah, I'm like Beyonce. I just press the button. You see? So shout out to that. Now, yeah, but y'all know I'm coming around the mountain anyway. Period. Like Cat Williams say, one thing about me, y'all know I'm gonna do a good job. Period. When I get here. I said, I'll see you when I get there. Hey, I'll see you when I get there. I get there. Baby, yes. Okay, so shout out to that. Listen, when a real one come through, yeah, that's what y'all do. Y'all come through for me, okay? So shout out to that. I said y'all just come through for me. Oh, Nana. Look what you done started. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Ooh, da, da, da. The way Diddy and his team, ooh, the way the jury did that yesterday. How we feel? How we feel? I said, how we feeling? That was a lot. That was a lot. But it was really the bell hearing for me, y'all. Yeah. Yes. It was really the bell hearing, okay? Like, it got a little ghetto. Yeah, I said the bell hearing got kind of crunk. You know what I'm saying? It did. I said, ugh, ah, eek. You see, they had me dry heaving. And, like, I was so, like, this. Like, I wasn't even taking my handy dandy notes, y'all. Like, I wasn't even taking my handy dandy notes. So I'm mad about that. And, like, I started to go back for y'all. Like, I started to go back for y'all. Like, you see, like Michael Jackson be doing, moonwalking. You see, but I didn't have time. It just is what it is. I did not have the time for that. Okay. Diddy did beat the feds. Yes, he did beat the feds. Yes, he did beat the feds, Juan Willie. Yes, he did beat the feds. Don't come over here lying. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I said, that boy good. You see, yeah, that boy good. But hold up. Because I said, the judge said, hold up. You see, like Young Dow said. I said, the judge said, hold up. Like Young Dow said, the judge said, wait. Like, where he think he going, though? Well, where he think he going, though? The judge said, I wish I would. He got convicted of 2 charges. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. You see, I don't know. Because, see, them 2 charges, it's like, what? Like nothing. Like, them people went up in there and did that. You see? They did, y'all. It is what it is. Diddy had a little. Now, remember, I was like, fire them. Oh no. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. You see his little all-star team? Yeah, it just is what it is. They was ready. Okay? They was ready for the feds. It just is what it is. The feds was not ready. They wasn't ready. All right? They didn't have everything they needed to succeed it. You see? Yeah, you see what I did there? Baby, bye. Yeah, like old girl said on New Jack City, rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, Lord, let's talk about it. But the hearing, again, it was a hearing for me. It was a hearing for me because that's when Diddy's lawyer and the judge, they went back and forth. Yeah, like a seesaw, you see. I said, oh, he want to argue, judge. And the judge shut that down. It is what it is. He let him talk for a little bit. He let him bump where I'm from. That's what we call it. He let him bump for a little bit, and then he told him, listen. He ain't going nowhere. You see? So let's move forward, Miss Preston Curl. Okay? The judge said, the best thing I'm going to be able to do for you is expedite this sentencing, okay? Let's get the paperwork going. Yeah, I'll be ready. July the 8th, I'm going to be ready too. Shout out to that. I'm going to be right here. You see? Reporting on it too. So shout out to that. We gonna be in the building. I can let you know right now. Y'all know I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere to get the tea. And I can tell you right now, on July the 8th, I'm gonna be at Diddy's expedited hearing for his sentencing. You see, because the judge said, listen, that's the best I can do for you. It is what it is. Like, nah, y'all did too much. You see, y'all did too much today. Between the jury doing what he did and him doing what he did, and then his family going outside and doing what they did, absolutely not. He goes nowhere. You see, he goes nowhere. I said, ooh, eek, okay. Tell him what you made up with your little thin, puny self then, Judge. The judge said, yeah, you see, because you're not talking to the jury no more. I run all of this. So let's go. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, Diddy was found not guilty, okay, of the RICO charge, y'all. Found not guilty, okay? And so then they also found him not guilty of the Raffican, the women. You see? I said, is you texting bitches or no? Like this, that was crazy to me. But anyway, the jury did what they did. You know, the jury did what they did. And we talked about that yesterday. Y'all gonna have to get down on it. Hey, get down on it. You see, yeah. If y'all want that, y'all gonna have to get back on that. I talked about that yesterday. On yesterday's live. How I felt about the jury and their decision. You know, I just feel like they did a lot. I listen, a part of me feel like they did a lot because I feel like they failed to use their common sense to convict Diddy, if that makes sense, right? But the more and more I thought about it, I wasn't mad at them for the move that they made because I understood it like, hold on. Y'all sure coming at him a whole damn lot for a whole damn little, you see? Yeah, because it is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the feds was trying to confiscate some stuff. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know how they do. You see? If you from the hood, then you know how they do. Like, you know, we all know how the feds move in the city. Like, the doughboys do something, and then the next thing you know, the feds come wipe out everything. Everything. You said everything? Everything, you see? And that's what they were trying to do to Diddy. That's absolutely the hell down what they was trying to do to Diddy. And his lawyer said, no. You know, it is what it is. His lawyer said absolutely not. And let me tell y'all something. The lawyers did a press conference. Hold on. See, Miss Professor Girl, because I run all of this. Yeah, I do. I run all of this. And I just told y'all, YouTube be wanting us to be on here for 11 hours. You see, hours and hours and hours before you get your coins. So, y'all let me do my 11 hours in peace, okay? So anyway, shout out to that. Now, the lawyers did an old nasty press conference after everything was said and done. And, you know, they did their victory is mine today dance. You know, it is what it is. They was hooting and hollering and, you know what I'm saying, reminding me of Tina Turner, you see. Yeah. They was kind of like us, pooper stars. They was having a funky good time, you see. Child, all 8 of them. All 8 who helped him skate. Yeah, you see. Yeah. Diddy plus 8. Yeah, he done took over. What's that girl name? What's Kate? Her 8? You see, we has got to get at the Diddy now, okay? It just is what it is. Shout out to that. That is Diddy plus 8. You know, him plus his 8. It just is what it is. All of them came out to the podium yesterday. And the first one to speak was Mark. I said, okay, get in there, Mark. You see, you better get in there. You know, he just thanked the jury and thanked Tenny, you know, and everybody else who got up there and helped him, right? But it was really, first of all his lawyers spoke. All of them spoke that I know of. I think all of them spoke. I don't, you know, you see. But anyway, Westmoreland spoke. Okay, and that's the little black lady that look like that. You see, it just is what it is. She look like that. Oh, look how pretty it is. Yeah. Oh, look, y'all. Look what I made. You see? Look what my mama made. Okay. Anyway. She got up there and she spoke. And I liked what she said. You see, it just is what it is. I loved what she said because at the end of the day, she said what she said. Now, for real. She got up there and she was like, she thanked Diddy for allowing them to handle that shit for him. You see, it just is what it is. And she said, in other words, she said, thank you for letting us handle this shit. It just is. She said, it took a lot of courage to do what he did. And I said, now see, now she's starting to cook because she ain't lying, y'all. She ain't lying. You know, I bet you Diddy was scared to go up against the feds, but then at the same time, he had so much to lose. You see? Because at the end of the day, these people was trying to take Bad Boy from him. Like, for real? Like, hold on. First of all, I understand the feds' angle, though. I got to give it to them. I understand their angle and why, you know, they do what they do. But at the same time, they was trying to take the man company and the money sitting in it. You know how long Bad Boy been around? Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. And like they said, a brazen. Yeah. Their brassness, what she say, brazeness, whatever the you see, I almost called her YT lady. Who even said that? Oh yeah, the DEA. Like, man, them people was bold and cold. You see, yeah, straight like that. The feds is bold and cold. They was trying to do a whole lot. They was trying to do some strong arming, you see. They was about to strong arm Diddy out of millions. You see, and Diddy said, shit, I think not. It just is what it is. He fought for his shit. Okay, and he should have. It just is what it is. He should have. He absolutely should have. Because let me tell y'all something. I told y'all, if your lawyer say I feel like I can beat this, then you got to listen to him sometimes. It just is what it is. Sometimes you got to listen to him. And see, the thing is, Miss Preston Curl, the attorneys, you know, they had all the evidence. It just is what it is. All of it. Yeah, somebody jump in my comments and say all of it. Type all of it. The lawyers, they had like, you show me. You see? Show me. Since you say he kidnapped Miss Preston Girl and you and this one and that one and this one and that one, he did. Show me. You know, and they gotta show it. They gotta show it. The lawyers gotta prepare for it and all of that. You see, so they be knowing what they up against. And Diddy's attorneys knew they wasn't up against her. Now, he did get out there and say, like, these people came at Diddy with everything they had. He said, and they ain't done. Oh, I loved when he said that, though. I did. But he was like, you know, damn it, we came out, we won this shit. You see? In other words, that's what Diddy, the head attorney was saying. Mark Afalo, I believe that's his name. I need to write his last name down one time, and then I have it for sure, you know. But like, I was just here for it, you know. It just is what it is at the end of the day, you know. How we feeling out there? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Somebody jump in my comments and let me know how y'all feeling. Because at the end of the day, I was like, oh, that was crazy. The verdict was crazy. Like, you know, like, hold on. First of all, it was 5 things that they was trying to convict him of, right? 5 things. So as they coming down with it, they like, count 1, not guilty. People was like, oh my God. Because that was the RICO. You know what I'm saying? The RICO was first. Oh, Lord, y'all should have said that for number 5. Because that not guilty was like, wow, are you crazy? This man that looked like that didn't beat the feds. I said, take the what and leave the what? That was crazy. Oh, that shit was crazy. It just is what it is. Yeah. Mm, mm. They said R. Kelly somewhere punch in the air. Ooh, child. Mm, 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 And let me tell y'all something. People were saying that, what's his name? Is his name? I know his name is Steele. Okay, Brian. That's the one everybody like. Oh, y'all love Brian. Y'all love y'all some Brian. Brian barely even talked in court. And y'all talk about Brian won this shit for Diddy. I said, oh, Lord. Anyway, let's continue. Child, what was I finna tell y'all about Brian? That's why I shouldn't have went. You see? Way where I went. Hold on. Yeah. They hold on. It's gonna come back to me. But like, they did a lot. They was doing a lot yesterday. It just is what it is. It was a lot out there. People swear up and down Brian won this. Oh, that's what they were saying. They were saying that Westmoreland. I think that's her last name, ain't it? That's weird. That's okay, that's different. It is what it is. I think her last name is Westmoreland. And if I'm not, my bad for, messing it up for you, sis. But they were saying that his line and her line gonna be off the hinges, like people calling. And I'm like, at the end of the day, yeah, that's kind of what this is about. Them big powerhouse attorneys, they take these cases for that. You see? It just is what it is. So they could get their name out there like, I helped Diddy beat a RICO. You see, like, ain't all of them up is up for hire now, It just is what it is. Everybody gonna be trying to reach out to them now, some of everybody. But anyway, y'all don't try that at home. I'm just saying, please don't try that at home, because I'm just saying, everybody can't afford 8 attorneys. Eek. Okay, again, Diddy plus his 8, they went up against the feds and won. That is crazy to me. They said, the jury said, y'all better find Suave, because he ain't in the courtroom today, you see. Ooh. Anyway, but they did convict him of something, and I feel like the jury was just like, here, damn. You see, here, damn, prosecutor, let me throw your ass about. And so she gonna get her ass up there and say she looking for 20 years. I want the max. I'm going for 20 years. Sis was in her feelings. Because I'm like, how you didn't change your damn tune in a minute or hours? You see, hours and hours, like Mooney Long said. Like, yes. Like SpongeBob said, a few moments later, here she comes talking about, we seeking 4 to 5 years. That lady is a mess, child. Okay. You see, this pressing girl is pressing it. Don't press it because you pressed, okay? She went from saying 20 years to 5. I said, okay. Now, it was a mess. But again, y'all, it was a bail hearing for me. The bail hearing got a little ghetto, like I said, I wish I would have took my handy dandy notes for y'all. It just is what it is. My bad. I did not take my handy dandy notes down for y'all. Sue me. But like, yes, the truth of the matter is Diddy's attorney was going back and forth. Him and the judge, they was you see, looking like a little Western movie or whatnot, whatnot. I said, oh, judge, he want to argue. But I like the way the judge, handled it, though. He did. He said, the judge deep down, he was basically saying, I see that you pressed. But we about to press on. Yeah, today we is. And Diddy, even though I told y'all that I know this MNF don't want to go back to the MDC building, he headed back to the MDC building. MDC, is that what it is? Men's Detention Center. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me though. But anyway, they took care of their business. It just is what it is. Period. I said, go Hammer, go Hammer, go, go Hammer, go Hammer, go. You see, the team took care of their business. At least to the jury they did. At least to the jury they did. So anyway, I said that's a heck of a win, y'all. That's a heck of a win. They went up against each other. Like I said, them is supposed to be some of the best prosecution in the land. Them supposed to be some bad, you see, bad mama jammas that Diddy team went up against. But they got the victory, okay? It is what it is. They got the victory. It was too much at stake. But let me tell you, this is what I said. I understand where the feds was going with it. You see, they was basically saying, like, if we take this business out from under him, then he can do no harm with it. No more. Kind of like they did him on Coming to America. You see, yeah, that's my movie. He basically told Sydney, like, I'm gonna take this money from you because you doing too much, and we supposed to be poor. Yeah. Damn it. I'm gonna need you to look and act poor. Yeah, you see, he was like, the feds wanted to take the money from Diddy. Yeah, take the what and leave the what. They wanted to take the money. Because they felt like if you don't have this money, you can no longer be a harm to yourself and others. I feel like that's where they was going with it. Like Young Miami. Okay. So shout out to that. Y'all see how he got Miss Pressing Curl's career wrapped around his little pinky finger? And then y'all wonder why she ain't saying nothing. Hell, what she gonna say? Young Miami is trapped in the closet. Like Kelly said. I mean, it just is what it is. That's not funny, But y'all know, your girl Shay Renee, I'm going to tell a joker too. It just is what it is. I'm going to tell a joker too. So shout out to that. Yeah, you see, back wherever I was, I'm going to get back to that for the record, like Keisha Lamar said. But as far as Young Miami goes, you see, yeah, I just feel like she like the rest of them. Yeah, Miss Pressing Curl she's just stuck. She a stuck sugar baby. Like what can she say? What can she say if this man got her I'm gonna get there. You see, this man has her, and I don't know this for sure. I said I just don't know this for sure. But if you ask me, yeah, yeah, Miss Pressing Girl got a little sense on her, don't she? But anyway, this man has her bills on what's that stuff called? Auto pay. Every last one. It just is what it is. Every last one. Probably even the Maybach. Young Miami, show us the title of that Maybach. You see? Yeah. Do you got the title of that Maybach? You know, or is Diddy still making payments on that Maybach? It just is what it is. All his stuff. Okay, they told us in court. Yeah, they did. They told us in court. Well, they kind of sort of told us by telling us his business a little bit. They said he's still paying James rent. If he's still paying James rent, Young Miami, he's still paying Young Miami rent. According to Shay Renee, because I said I just know how to read between the lines. You see, it ain't all black and white. It ain't all black and white. You gotta have common sense. You see, yeah, yeah. God gave me a lot, so shout out to that. Yeah, my common sense tells me that's why Miss Preston Curl is so quiet. You see, what she gonna say? What she gonna say? What can she do? Young Miami is the new Cassie. It just is what it is. The 2025 version of Cassie. Take that however you want to take it. You see? But it just is what it is. That's what I feel like in my hearts of our hearts. And if you ask me, that's probably why her and JT wasn't seeing eye to eye, because truth be told, what's the call? They probably wanted the city girls. Or maybe he did it. You know, listen, if she was gonna be the new Cassie, he needed her to break off and be by herself anyway. So, like, yeah, Diddy probably ripped apart the city girls. You see, no more of that. And so, yeah, now here we are. I feel like he probably got her career in his hands. Okay, so like, she can't say nothing. Y'all leave her alone. That girl can't say nothing. Like, that girl is like, yeah, she. Ooh, anyway, let's continue. So, yeah, because it's sad. When you think about it, it's really, really sad. First of all, Young Miami, I mean, Young Miami had her little coin. You know, it is what it is. She had her little coin, okay? But the truth of the matter is, child, when she ran into Diddy, he must have showed her a different kind of coin. You see? Yeah, a whole different kind of coin. Because I told y'all he got his own money. And so, like, okay, mine gone like Clarissa Shields. It just is what it is. So anyway, the jury finds him not guilty of the extravagant or the RICO, and he is able to save his assets. I said, all right, kids, your daddy gonna be able to throw down the wallet after all. Shout out to that, you see? Because right now, if Diddy ain't thankful for nothing else, let me tell you something. If he ain't thankful for nothing else, he thankful for his kids. Let me tell you something. He looking at them kids totally different from how he saw them before he went to the slammer. I can tell you that right now. Like, let me tell you something. Diddy appears to love his children. Okay, that is what it is. You know, like he appears to be a dad. You know. A parent. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You see, I feel like life was going so fast for him, you know, that his kids, he probably just didn't really get to acknowledge every single one of them. You see, like he has had to been set down for these 10 months and do. Right? Because he ain't had nothing but time. And he probably been calling them, you know, and really, really just talking to him, you know what I'm saying? And being way more present. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, really being a parent, you know, cause you know what I'm saying? Now he Diddy. He still Diddy. So I'm sure he still have conversations with the kids about money and what they want and what they trying to do and who they need to contact to get it. It just is what it is. Shout out to that. Thought I ain't about it. Uh, but still, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like he gonna be way closer to his children when he get out. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So it's gonna be him and his kids really against the world, you know, a little bit, because I just feel like he been in a situation that put his back up against the wall, and it's just he's not gonna be the same when he get out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I in my hearts of our hearts do not feel like he gonna be the same Diddy. Okay, you just can't. To me, you can't go through something so traumatizing and be exactly the same. But we'll have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to wait and see on for that, you know? Because at the end of the day, we talking about somebody that's been able to control their image too for years and years and years. So like we gonna see how that goes too. But it wouldn't be too much from Diddy to step away from the limelight. Hold on. It wouldn't be that different for Diddy if he was just a step away from the limelight, because the truth of the matter is we don't see Diddy like that anyway. We don't. Unless he trying to sell something. You know? Seriously. Or he trying to sell something. Or, you know, every now and then he have appearances and stuff like that. But truth be told, we don't see Diddy like that much. You know what I'm saying? He really lives his life like a 50-something-year-old man. It's just sad that we got to know what he be doing every single week now. Now, that's crazy. You see? Mm, mm. But yesterday's hearing, at his bail hearing, the judge and Diddy's attorney, they had a showdown, baby. It was everything. When I say it was everything, it was everything. The attorney was trying to say the reasons why Diddy should be able to go home, and the judge was like, "No, you see, that's not true." Because the truth of the matter is, y'all. First of all, when you like, let's say you go to jail, like where I'm from, if you go to jail for doing something to somebody, they got these people called pre-trial, and pre-trial is like when you can get out on personal bond, basically for $20 you can get out of jail or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, long story short, pre-trial, right? Like if you go to jail for doing something to somebody where I'm from, and before you get out, pre-trial gonna contact them and see if they scared, you know, how they feel about you getting out. And like if they say they scared of you, then pre-trial not gonna let you out for $20. It's just is what it is. They're gonna tell you, okay, you gotta do whatever you gotta do. You gotta sit. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get you out though. They're not gonna let you out if they say they scared of you. And so like, I thought it was strange that Gina said she wasn't scared of Diddy. Just out of the blue, TMZ catches up with her. She leaving the grocery store and they just asked, "Are you scared of Diddy? How do you feel about Diddy? How do you think?" And she just said, "I'm not scared of him. He's never done nothing dangerous to me." And I'm like, girl, go on. You see, girl, go by. Girl, by. You see, I seen all through that. Especially because they say Diddy, TMZ is in Diddy's pocket, you know what I'm saying? Which I kind of believe, but that's allegedly, because I don't know how true it is, but it do seem like it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Again though, and so for her to say that, right? But hold on. You see, like Young Dog said, hold up. Because Cassie's attorney put in a letter for her saying, you know, like, you know, I'm worried. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried. I'm worried about him getting out. Who else did? Delonte West. I think that's his name. Nash. I think his last name is Nash. I always want to call him West. Anyway, he said he was kind of worried about Diddy getting out. It just is what it is. He wrote a long letter, you know what I'm saying, that made a heck of a lot of sense. He just said, like, man, this has been going on for years. You know, this man, you know what I'm saying, with this violence and his threats and the way he like runs the industry, and like it was a long lengthy letter, y'all. He was just basically to say, like, I don't really want him to get out. I don't want y'all to let him out. I testified against him, and now I'm a little worried. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little scared. Child, the judge said, please, no. I'm sorry, Diddy. You is not gonna be able to go home today. It just is what it is. Like, you know, I see what I did was I thought your attorneys was gonna be able to fight a better fight for you, but they ain't got it. You see, they just ain't got it. Cause like I told y'all, I didn't know this before this trial started, but I do now. Yeah, so shout out to that Miss Person girl. Like, I didn't know that when your lawyer is fighting for you, if they trying to get the judge to do something, right, that they want them to do, they'll be like, they can show another case. And they'll be like, see, this is what happened in the Gregory Act or the Johnson Act or the Brandon Act. You know, like that's how they, don't ask me. It's the law. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You see, but like that's what they be doing. And so Diddy's attorney was like, if we had more time, we could have studied and looked for more cases, you know, but they didn't have that much time, I guess. You know, from 1 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, baby, I was there. You see, I was there when he was found. Not, well, you know, I wasn't there physically, but y'all know I was there. You see, tuned in. It just is what it is. Yeah, me and my symphony. So anyway, but I was tuned in. And like this. What? And anyway, so they found them not guilty. Diddy's lawyer's like, I want to take him home. Let him go home. Let him go home. And the judge is like, now? And he like, yes. And the prosecutor was like, absolutely not. Over my dead body, bitch. You see? And the judge was like, okay, we not finna settle this right now. It's 1 o'clock p.m. I'll see y'all at 5. We'll do a hearing. I bet you the judge was like, oh, you know, like now they cutting into my day. You see? Listen, this hearing ain't last. This is going to be a 30-minute hearing. So shout out to that. Baby, I'll be home, you know. Yeah, I had my dinner. It's gonna be, yeah, same thing. Just a little, like, you see. But it is what it is. He said, let's have a hearing. And so at the hearing, they were supposed to be talking about something. They wasn't talking about nothing, but still getting Diddy out and letting Diddy out. Please, Your Honor, would you please? Cause these charges they trash. They trash now. Let's talk about it. So now, basically they talking about, okay, so my client finna do 21 to 71 months, and the prosecutor was like, no, he gonna do 51 to 63, judge. And you know, the judge is like, you know, Diddy ain't going home. You know, long story short, I hate to break it to you. Yeah, break your jaw today. You see? But you didn't did enough winning. Okay, it just is what it is. You did all. Now you won't see. What ain't finna happen is you ain't finna go talk about all you do is win, no matter what. Like the song say. You see, because you done stepped up in this building and you lost one. You see, it just is what it is. Diddy is gonna stay with us, okay? Until his sentencing. And the best I can do is I can expedite it from him. Because sentencing is on October 3rd. I'm going to be there. Shout out to that. And the attorney was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Damn right. I want to expedite it. So he was like, okay, well, let's get the paperwork going. Prosecution, y'all make sure y'all get probation involved. That's what he said. Word for word. He's like, y'all, you know, it just is what it is. Not verbatim, but I'm summarizing. He said, y'all make sure y'all let probation know. so they could take care of their business. And I see everybody on July the 8th. Diddy stand. Yeah. And so then, you know, the attorney said something else. You know, jumping fly, getting fly, trying to get his him out. He's still trying. He like, listen, we put a bail package together. You saw it? Well, I can change it up. I can change it up a little bit, you know. He just talking. He just letting them talk. He letting them talk that talk, like we all said. And then finally he was like, listen, he ain't going nowhere. He violent. Even you said he was violent. You said in your beginning arguments and in your closing arguments that he is known to cut the fool. You see? Yeah. So shout out to that. And for those reasons, we gonna hold him. Okay? It just is what it is. He ain't going nowhere. Miss Preston Curl. Hey. Now court is adjourned. I said, ooh, all right, E, keep reminding me what he said. Sit your hard ass down before I make change. Because, like, at one point, he told him, like, listen. I think when he said all about that, talking about that violent stuff, he said, you know, like, that's what the fuck going on today. You see? So like that's being mentioned on that bail application. It's not necessarily during sentences. Please don't make me bring it up during sentences. Basically, that's what it sounded like he was saying. Like, don't play with me. You know, don't play with me because now you're starting to push it. When it's time for me to sentence his ass, don't make me remember about your closing arguments about how, like, yeah, he violent and he own it. Yeah, you see, don't play. Don't play. That's what he said. He was like, cause yeah, you want the truth, you gonna be able to have to handle it in this motherfucker today. You see, it just is what it is. I said, ooh, Eek, you know, the judge said, yeah, the jury is gone. Y'all got me now. I said, ooh, Eek, he running his court. Yeah. Why the attorney wanted to argue. He did. He was trying to argue. It is what it is. He was trying to get Diddy back to Star Island. You know, which, I mean, I'm paying you all that money. Yeah, you see, like Drake said, I'm going to need you to say something, baby. It just is what it is. And he tried. You know, see, what he did was he tried. But the judge said, absolutely not. This ninja is staying here today. So anyway, they gonna have a hearing. Dang, man, that's why I'm saying Diddy got that bread. It's like speedy. Like Jimmy John's, everything is quick. Everything. I said, shit. The hearing is next week, July the 8th, about expediting from October. Because other than that, right now, he got to stay till October. In October, I'm going to hand down that time. You see, that's what the judge do. Yeah, it's his turn. Now it's his turn. And this is the thing. The judge, he can give Diddy what he want to give Diddy. You know, he can go with the max. He can go in the middle. He can go above prosecution. He can go under them. He can go above his attorneys, which I think he is. You know what I'm saying? His attorneys is trying to get him 2 years. I think 2 years is too much of a slap on the wrist, you know, for all of the stuff that Diddy is being accused of. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I had to laugh a little bit because, like, yeah, at the end of the day, you know, it's about what it's supposed to be about what he been convicted of. But, like, you see, you know, because the judge had to sit in that courtroom and hear all of that. you know, and he might not necessarily agree with the jury like that. It just is what it is. But you know, I honestly, something just tells me he ain't gonna, you know, he is not gonna hit Diddy with the mule. I don't feel like so. You know, again, y'all, it is what it is. Like he had his day in court. Oh baby, yes he did. He had his day in court. And it's over. It's over now. Truth be told, but y'all know, like I said, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere to get the tea. July the 8th, baby. I'm gonna see what's up with the expedited. What's it called? How much time y'all think Diddy gonna do? Y'all let me know. My guess is I'm gonna say maybe the 5 years, at least the 5 years that the prosecutor was shooting for. You see, cause they I don't know. It is what it is. It's something about the judge and the DEA. I feel like they kind of like be on united fronts or something like that. So you know, that's that. But yeah, Diddy had to stay. I know he was sick. Baby, I know he was sick. Because it was looking like he was about to go home. First of all, I ain't never seen his kids smile. His kids was smiling, okay, when they left court yesterday. And that's what's up. You know, to find out that your daddy ain't gonna do life or something like that, that was crazy. That was crazy. That's why I was saying, to me, the feds did too much. And let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. When it comes to the jury, I wonder if the jury was confused about S-trafficking. You know? Because I never, ever, ever heard the prosecutors tell them exactly what that is. Like, to the T. Explain it. Like, I didn't hear that. They needed to hear that. It just is what it is. They needed to hear that. See that, like it should have been in the paperwork or something, but I don't know. Legally, if they didn't say that, if legally they didn't provide the definition and all of that, then maybe they couldn't, you know. But child, probably wouldn't have made a difference anyway, because it seemed like them people wanted to find him not guilty. It just is what it is. If you ask me, the punishment didn't fit the crime. They were trying to hand out too much damn time. You see, the people said, "Nah, man, get on." You see, get on. They told the feds, "Get on." So anyway, and then loaded up in a sprinter at the end of the day and rolled off into the sunset. You know we gonna hear from some of them too. That's crazy to me. The jurors be speaking out. They might not though. Cause I feel like, well, like, yeah, they will. I think they will. You know what I'm saying? Cause they convicted Diddy of some bull crap. He ain't got to worry about them ever. They ain't got to. In fact, they all probably gonna have presents for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Just walk outside, see a brand new car, all kinds of stuff. Now, shoot, for real, you just never know. Life-changing stuff, child, for what they did. So anyway, that'd be crazy. I guess we'll hear from them soon. And anyway, let's talk about some of the people's reaction. Kesha, she was like, "Cassie, I believe you. I love you. Your strength is a beacon for every survivor." I love that. Kesha got her own thing going on. She had her own thing going on in the past. So, you know, I just felt like that was a beautiful message. You know what I'm saying? Short, sweet, simple, cute, right to the point. I loved it. Lunel was like, "Ladies, we are in hot water. Folks are cheering for this nasty man," she called him. She was like, "Nobody cares what happens. What men do to women." She was like, "It's sad. It's sad as AF." That was from Lunel. And then Funk Flex went off on Cassie, basically saying that she planned this lick and she and Diddy both made bad choices, and he doesn't see her as a victim, and will she ever teach young girls any better? And I said, "You got to be kidding me." I was like, you know what? You know what? I ain't the type of woman that be like, stay out of women's business. But in this instance, I just want to tell Flex that he should stay out of women's business, you know? Because I feel like women, right, have a better choice of words for Cassie. Truth be told, you know? And I feel like, you know, we know how to handle our own. That being said, I don't feel like I honestly, in my hearts of our hearts, I feel like there is women out there that feel like that too. And I feel like they're voicing it. They're saying it. But I feel like some things don't need to be said. Because honestly, in my hearts of our hearts, I know Cassie knows that. Like, you don't have to be a rocket science to know that. That some people feel like she's not a victim. You know? So, because some people feel like she is. You know? And regardless, who cares of other people's opinions? You know? It's all about what Cassie thinks. You know? But at the end of the day, it's really sad. It's really sad. And I feel like in Flunk Flex's situation, brother, go somewhere. Go somewhere. Please go sit down. I almost called your name, but I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to that. I'm going to stop myself from doing that. Because I told y'all, you know, I don't like to take sides. And with this job, you really have to, like, put yourself in a place to remain neutral about a lot of things. Because other than that, you know, you'll be here, there, everywhere, for real. You see, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I sure don't have time to be picking up other people's beefs. That's so high school and kiddie-ish to me. But, you know, I just will say this. I'm like, Flex, go sit down. Go sit down. Police your own. If you didn't say nothing to Diddy, don't say nothing to Cassie. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. And he basically seemed like he was mad at Cassie for saying what she said about, like, her being afraid for Diddy to get out. It is what it is. You don't think this woman is scared for Diddy to get out? Like, a lot of men are afraid of Diddy. Come on now. Like, y'all just, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so, like, ditzy. You know? And, like, Lord, y'all love to play dumb. It just is what it is. Y'all love to play dumb. Like, y'all don't understand. All the girls in the back. Even the girls in the back every time. And just, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's like, man, Flex, slow down on the beats or something. Maybe the beats is doing something to your head. You know? Cause you really coming like one of the girls in the back. You know? It just is what it is. Like, if you ain't said nothing to Diddy, don't say nothing to Cassie. Because I heard you say Diddy made bad choices and she made bad choices. But have you addressed Diddy about them bad choices yet? Okay, if not, then don't say nothing to this woman. Don't say nothing to this woman. You see, because one thing about me, one thing about your girl Shay Renee, I can't stand no man that don't know how to, like, I don't like, and I see this so much in my life too, and I can't stand it. I don't like it. I can't stand it, and I don't like it. You see? Because I feel like the same reason why you don't with Mike Tyson. I'm going to need you not to with me either. Period. You see? Yeah, I'm going to need you to have the same respect for me. Don't play with me like that. I do not like that. I do not like that. I cannot stand when men be coming at women, but they be scared to go at another man. Ooh, like that. You see, the way that just grinds my gears. And I take it a step further. Sometimes I feel like, as a man, sometimes you shouldn't even say nothing to a woman. You know? Like, for real. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Let's say that let's say that you road raging with a car, right? And then when you get to the light, you realize it's a woman. But you was just about to go out. I feel like once you realize it's a woman, man, roll your window back up and go about your day, macho man. Like, what is you really finna do to this woman? Like, what is you really finna do to this woman? Like, you really shouldn't be doing nothing to this woman. So, like, why even get yourself mad by bumping with her? Like, I feel like all that testosterone, like, need to go back down. Just let it just fall. Just let it fall down, like Selena said. You see, like, cause I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yes, Randy Savage. Get the hell on. Okay. Get the hell on. You see, cause like at the end of the day, women, it's so weird. It's weird. It's a weird experience, right? Like, I don't want to be arguing with you, brother, man. You see? Brother, man, I don't. Like, absolutely not. That's gross. That's gross to me. And it's dangerous, you know? Don't put a woman in that type of position. You see? Especially not in today's climate. In today's climate, it's crazy. You know, everybody riding with firecrackers, you know? So it's like man, go on, you know, go on, go about your day, you know. And I remember one day, child, we politicking. It is what it is. Shout out to that. Like, I remember one day, Sauce Walker said something about, like, he tried to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? He tried to, like, insult women by saying, like, oh, and you probably the type of woman that'll go get your brother and get him, you know, like, something happened to your brother or something happened to your man because you didn't went and got him. Like, come on now. Like, what do y'all be expecting for women to do? You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know? Like, now, I'm not saying that, you know, women can't use their better judgment, you know, and, like, know when to hold and when to fold. But, like, it is what it is. Like, it's either go get a man or go get a bazooka. Like, what did you saying? Like, what do you expect her to do when a man is getting outside of his body, you know, and treating her like she not a woman? Like, it's weird. It's weird and it's crazy. I don't like it. Okay? You see? Sorry to go long on that, but I had to. It just is what it is. I had to. Address Diddy. You see? To all of you men out there, y'all make sure y'all address Diddy first. You see? Then, if you want to, spin the block on Cassie. I mean, it just is what it is. Cassie is a married woman. So, shout out to that. Like, she's spoken for. You know, so like daddy ain't got to step in, brother, none of them. She got a husband. He could check all of that. You see? Yeah, he's, you know, it just is what it is. Or he could be a grown man and be like, you know, it is what it is. Like, man, let them talk. Let them talk. They better not with you. You see? And they bet not try to say nothing to you about it in person. Come on now, somebody. So, it is what it is. Now, Boosie. Shout out to Boosie. Boosie had his opinion. You know, y'all know he happy. He said he was happy. Out the rip, he was happy for Diddy. He said he really happy for the kids. Boosie said mainly he happy for the kids because he was really, really worried for Diddy's kids. If you let Boosie tell you. I said, he didn't. Oh. I said he didn't change his tune up a little bit. Yeah, Boosie did. He didn't change up his tune a little bit because at first he was screaming it from the mountaintops. Diddy, 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 diddy. You see, he was chilling. It is what it is. Boosie was chilling. But I think like somebody must have had a talk with him. Somebody, maybe his little young, his fiance. Uh, you know, and maybe she just said like, hey, that ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's not cute. Maybe somebody finally told him what he was doing wasn't cute. Okay, it just is what it is. You got all these girls over here, and you campaigning for Boosie. I mean, Diddy. It's giving weird, Boosie. You see? So it seemed like he, he, you know what I'm saying? He was able to just calmly say, "I'm happy for his kids," and go about his day. It was different. It was different. I saw a different Boosie yesterday from how he was when all of this first happened. Remember, because at first he was saying some BS, man. Talking about them women liked it and they wanted it. Man, men be really full of themselves. They really do. They be really, really, really full of themselves. You see? It just is what it is. Like, y'all know we different, right? Like 2 Chainz said. Yeah, it is what it is. Y'all know we different, like 2 Chainz said. I don't care. 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 Ooh. How freaky a woman is, okay? She could be in the Book of Records, okay? For freak. Freakiest. You see? I just still feel like it's gonna be a man topping that somewhere. It just is what it is. Okay. That's what I think. So anyway, let's continue. Let's get into some word on the curb, child, because Diddy is a sitting duck. It just is what it is. He a sitting duck right now. He in the MDC building. Mm. Mm. Okay. And that's where he got to stay until his sentencing. And then he can leave. He trying to go to some type of kitty camp, I heard. I know telling where he going. Somewhere like just chill, real chill. um, where his little friend girls will be able to visit him, we have to see if that, if they let that leak. I don't know though. Prisons do a really good job of prisoning, Mm, mm. It just is what it is. They do. For the most part, they don't really drop a lot of tea from prison, The only people that be dropping tea is the hotel staff. Shout out to that. The hotel staff, and then every blue moon, a healthcare worker let a cat out of bag or two, you see. But for the most part, child, the prisons mind their business, okay? Mm. The prison don't be trying to have a state come up in it. It just is what it is, okay? They like to do their own raids. So anyway, but anyway, yeah. Diddy's hearing was, yeah, I was happy. You see, I was just happy for it. It was like an extended version of court, y'all. You see? And I was so here for it because, court just happened so fast. Not guilty. Like, I feel like before we knew it, like, they was ready. They was ready. It was kind of scary fast how, his jury, 3 days. It took them 3 days. It was fast though. Child, it was fast. But the hearing was the cherry on top. Yeah, shout out to that. Y'all said it was just cherry. Maybe it was just the cherry. It was. Because other than that, you know, we was like kind of left hanging a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like, uh, his lawyer definitely started. You know, he cranked it up though with that can he go home? Asking can Diddy go home? So shout out to that. For him doing that right there and there on the spot. Oh, and this is what I want to tell y'all too. As far as the hearing goes, the lawyer gonna say his kids is here. His kids, his twins, the daughters. They don't have a mother anymore. You know. I thought the judge would say something. He didn't say nothing. Nothing. He just reserved his comment and just was like, "Are you done?" 5, 4, 3, 2. Your time is up. Okay. He's staying. It just is what it is. He's staying with me. He said, we got him. We got him. We're gonna take care of him. It just is what it is. We've been taking care of him. You see? He said the bail was denied before trial because he was he you know he represents himself as a force to be reckoned with. Oh yeah, you see, y'all said it. Y'all been up in here bragging about Miss Preston Curl and how crazy he is. So we got it. We're gonna house his crazy ass until he gets sentenced. You see, he not getting out. He not getting out, Mark. So stop it. You see, that's what he basically said. He said, yeah, yeah. Y'all agree he was crazy, right? Well, them they're gonna be the same reasons he gonna have to stay today. Okay. Court is adjourned. Child sent them out home. Sent them out home. I said, "Ooh, Mark tried it." And that's another thing too. They said for some reason he said, "Did he want to talk to you?" He did. He said he wanted to talk to you. And see, like I don't know how that went. I don't know how that went. Because the attorney said that the judge never said nothing. In fact, the judge kept talking about whatever he was talking about, and he really wasn't talking about not that much of anything besides the fact that he was saying the reason why Diddy couldn't go home. And, oh, yeah, that's what he really wanted to talk about. He wanted to talk about expediting his sentencing date for them. Because other than that, it's October the 3rd. And, like, what else we doing today? You know? Because he's not going home, you know. And I understand that, like, yeah, I gave y'all a few hours and hours and hours and hours, and maybe y'all thought he was going home. His children went outside in the parking lot, did the fool. Pure fooly Wayne. And so now what? You know, after he didn't went outside and buffed up his chest with push-ups, like now what? People outside dousing and playing in baby oil and stuff, just making this a mockery, Mark. Diddy is staying. What else we talking about? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. This just says what it is, the judge. he took back control of his courtroom. You see, it just is what it is. He said, I run all of this. He pulled the shade, Renee. So shout out to that. But anyway, Poople Stars, after that, I gotta get into some of this news. You see all this gossip going on in the house tonight. I said la-di-da-di-da-da-da, okay? And it's a lot going on too. First of all, and this stuff I've been needing to talk to y'all about. Some of it's not, okay? But let's get into it. First of all, I forgot to talk to y'all about Tia Kemp. Dang. I might add that in, and I might not. We'll see. Okay, let me see if I got enough time, because I do want to talk about Miss Preston Curl. I do a little bit, and then I don't. You see, because like one thing about Tia, One thing about Tia, I feel like Tia got a lot of supporters, you know, and I don't have time for that. You see, I don't have time for that. I ain't trying to argue with now none of them about my opinion, because it is what it is. One thing about me, my opinion is my opinion. You see, I stand on it, and like I'm entitled to it. So shout out to that. And then I'll take it a step further, like, man, please, ain't nobody gonna rhymes with dunk me out of it either. You see? So it just is what it is, child. But anyway, I might talk about Tia again today, and I might not. You see? Because I really wasn't in no rush to talk about that. It just is what it is. But I feel how I feel about it, and I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about it. Y'all know that. You see? One thing about me, if you want the truth, you're going to have to be able to handle it over here. Okay? Yeah, because everybody don't feel the way you feel, Miss Pressure Girl. So shout out to that. I just feel like the internet be in such a weird place. It is. It be in such a weird place sometimes. You know, everybody be part of the get along, go along gang. And I ain't never been a part of that. You see, I ain't never been a part of that. I'm always like, stop the car. Okay? Just stop the car. Yeah, I'm like the lady on why did I get mad? I drive this bitch myself. Mm, mm. Period. So shout out to that. Then anyway, congratulations to Jello Ball. I said, all right now, Jello. All right, Jello. I need you to reel it in. Okay. So shout out to that. Congratulations to him though. Him and his girlfriend Rashida. I said, Rashida. They expecting a baby or whatnot. She told us. So shout out to them and shout out to that. Shout out to them. They got a little baby on the way or whatnot. Okay, a little bun in the oven. Which, you know, that tea is kind of, I don't know what to say about it. It is what it is. It's not even tea. Because Nikki already told us that. Yeah, Nikki, baby, she already told us that. She said, this man that left us. Yeah, left me, left his kids, and said he got her the baby on the way. She did. It was crazy. So, I'm thinking, child, the minute the girl peed on the stick, he told Nikki, you know, it just is what it is. So, you know, I guess now maybe the girl's past her first 3 months, first trimester. Now she ready to tell everybody. She made it official. She said she's pregnant. And I said, ooh, I eat all of them little babies up under 3. Let's pray for the man. You see, it just is what it is, child. Prayers up for you, Jello Ball, okay? Who has another baby on the way with another girl. Whole other girl, okay? So anyway, and then after that, let's move on and let's talk about Halle Bailey. Shout out to Halle Bailey, who recently enjoyed some fun in the sun, okay, with her little boo thing. I was like, ooh, she got a boo thing, okay? You're my boo thing, okay? I said shout out to her, shout out to that. Yeah, she had her some little fun in the sun, baby. Had her little buns out. Well, when the sun was out, I said, okay. She even looked like she was on a date for a little extra razzle dazzle. And then she went back to minding her business. I said, oh, you know, shout out to her, shout out to that. I said, you know what? I think she been here before. Yeah. I think that girl been here before. She a little different. A lot of people keep saying, it's something about her. I can't put my finger on it. I think she different. Yeah, y'all. Like 2 Chainz said, okay? It just is what it is. But it's especially in today's climate, child. In today's climate. Y'all know how they do. You know how they do. You see? Kind of like her baby, Daddy, Diddy G. Everything is just, with Generation Morant, they lives just really ain't they lives like that. They just share everything, everything. I mean, everything. You see? Mm, mm. So I feel like that's what separates highly from them. But yeah, shout out to her though, who was all booed up, child. She was booed up, and I said who'd up? Because I was like, who is that? That don't look like Brent. So anyway, I said, okay. So anyway, child, it was not Brent. And see what they did was they lied about her and Brent, I guess. But anyway, after that, let's move on, child. Let's talk about Simon Guobadia. You see, Simon Guobadia. I never forget the way Portia kept saying that. Simon Guobadia is a free man, okay? Free from ICE, free from being locked away, free from the USA, free to roam in Nigeria. I believe that's what they were. He did an interview though just recently. He did. Shout out to him. Shout out to that. Where he was claiming he felt bamboozled. Okay, it just is what it. He said he absolutely feels bamboozled by his wife Portia. Saying to this day, just to this day, he don't understand why she divorced him. I said, ooh, I eek. Not you come from the alleged land of scamming and then got scammed. I said, ooh, that's gonna be beyond me. Yeah, it's above us now, Shaman. But anywho, Portia is now filming in the home. Okay, the home that he was trying so hard to block her and wanted her tossed out. Yeah, he wanted to toss her out. She in the house. She's filming, and she is scheduled to get 40K a month from Simon. I said, what? Take the what and leave the what? Child, he just might be right. Anyway, and speaking of craziness, and I know you effing line news, Devin Haney is having he having a rough and stuff, and yeah, okay, hard time. It just is what it is. Issues, let's call them issues, okay, with his baby mama at the moment. I forgot the baby mother's name. I'm gonna have to get that and jot that down next time. But anyway, she did filed a restraining order against him, temporary. She got one, accusing him of being violent, and barely coming around to see the baby. I said, ugh, eek. Got to be more careful, okay? Where y'all laying and playing. You see? Because when the kids come, it's just no joke. It's just no joke. It's not. It's just no joke, all right? So anyway, hopefully, Devin, like, you get it together, cause it's really no fun. Devin was saying that the girl just takes advantage of him. He pays all her bills, and he would like to see the baby more, but he cool with going through the courts because she don't let him see the baby like that. I'm like, ooh, can you pay the bills? Yeah, you might need court, okay? So anyway, I send my thoughts, and my prayers out to them in their situation. Okay, nobody wins, nobody. Okay, when the family feuds, y'all know that. And so anyway, me personally, y'all, moving on, okay? Moving on, getting on down, get on down, get on down. The yellow brick road, who you see? Except mine is a green brick road, so shout out to that. Uh, Hey, hype me up. Hey, I hype me up. I like that dance. Hey, I like how hard they be popping. Hey, hype me up. See? One day I'm gonna take a video of me doing that dance. I like it because I finally got it. First, I wasn't thrusting it. Hard enough. Baby, once I started thrusting, it was over. So shout out to that. Anyway, child, I did not have Cam Newton and little old Charleston White beefing on my bingo card. I didn't, you see. I just didn't. But they beefing. Okay, it is what it is. And Cam, he seems a little serious. Now I'm really hoping this one blows over. Truth be told, I'm hoping this one gonna blow over, at least for Charleston White's sake. It just is what it is. I'm just hoping he don't, you see. Listen, I'm hoping he don't run into Cam Newton no time soon. No time soon. Just let this blow over. Somebody hop in my comments and type blow. Because I'm telling you, if Charleston run into Cam Newton anytime soon, he might have to run. Literally run. Okay? I don't know how far he gonna get though. That boy was in the league. But all of that is Charleston be talking. All of that is. She be talking about he gonna use for combat or whatnot. Yeah, I feel like he gonna need all of that. You see? All of that. When he run into Cam Newton. It just is what it is. Yes, Charleston, listen. Bring your trick bag. Yeah, because you ain't gonna be playing. Yeah, I just say that ain't gonna be little pony out there playing with you. I'm just saying. Yeah, for real. Cause Cam Newton ain't playing on nobody's team right now. He ain't. He ain't playing on nobody's team, and guess what? He ain't playing with you. Yeah, Charleston. It just is what it is. You better hope. You don't run into him no time soon. Okay? Because according to Cam Newton, he ain't playing with Charleston. For real. I said he better hope two things before he see Cam. You better either hope he go back to the NFL and he occupied with a career again, or you better hope you don't run into him for a long time. Yeah, because you're gonna I'm advise him to let the heat die down, you see. Hey, shout out to that. Yeah, I'm gonna need you. You got to be careful, Charleston, about who you talking about sometimes. It just is what it is. You better hope he go back to the league, okay? Because if you run into this podcast Cam, yeah. Podcast Cam said he gonna take you up and through there when he see you. Okay? Yeah, so if y'all like Charleston, I know a lot of y'all call him you see. But yeah, y'all tell him, okay? Tell him, put the word out. It just is what it is. Even though I know he heard, I'm gonna need y'all to tell him again. So shout out to that. Tell the word on the Cardi B. Cam Newton said it ain't gonna be nothing nice. Nothing nice. So shout out to that. Anyway, though, what's the name of this new podcast Cam got? Because I like Funky Friday. I do. Ain't it called Funky Friday? I believe it's Funky Friday. I like that. But I like this other one too, though. Oh, yeah. Shout out to that other one he on. Because, yeah. He be talking that talk on that one. So, if y'all know the name of that, y'all drop in my comments and let me know the name of Cam New stuff. I need to go follow that. But anyway, Pooper Stars, and last yeah, we ain't going nowhere. Shout out to that. We ain't going nowhere. Like Diddy said, we ain't going nowhere. Child, he done showed them people he's a bad boy for real. I said, ooh, eek. I told y'all. I said, I'm stopping right now, and I'm telling y'all, I gotta give Diddy his card. Yeah, if he beat this boy, you's a bad boy. For real. For real. That's crazy. You see, that's just crazy. So shout out to that. Cardi B. Ooh, Cardi B, Miss Mamas. I'm gonna need you to slow down. You see, like Bobby V said, Lord. Ooh. I say, you girls, y'all just got to be more careful. You know when you just got to be more careful. Ooh, trust me, I remember them days. I remember when it used to be them days, like Monica said. But anyway, they saying Cardi B pregnant, child. I'm telling y'all now. Word on the car. That's great. I said that don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. But I'm like, look at it like this. Cardi B, if she is pregnant, she just doing things backwards. You know, like the average woman. Not the average woman. And I'm hungry. So shout out to that. Some women, right? Some women, y'all. Some women have their first kid, right? And then they don't be with the daddy no more. So I said that to say it's almost like they get their first mistake out the way, right? And then the next time they have a kid, it's like from somebody better, I would say. Like I see that happen a lot. Okay. So to me, Cardi B just did it backwards. If she is pregnant. Because, you know, some women, like I said, they'll have their first baby daddy. Oh, he wasn't shit. And then they'll learn from that, learn from their mistakes, bounce back, get a better baby daddy. You know, and ride off into the sunset, you see? Shout out to that. Cardi B did it a little different. You know? She married her first baby daddy. She did it the right way. She married him. Had all them kids. But now they alleging that it might be a new baby daddy in town. I said, hot damn. Like that meme say, you know that meme that man be saying? Y'all know I love a good meme. Cardi. Girl, we thought you beat the ain't shit baby daddy crew. Girl, we thought you beat and dodged that shit. You see? Yeah, a dodge. Like a charger or something. Child. I said, well, that might explain these rumors going around, right? Because we keep hearing rumors that Stephen Diggs, Cardi B's little boo thing, has kids on the way. They keep saying that. They keep saying that. I ain't seen no evidence, so I don't post the shit. But I did see it. Somebody said Somebody said he had 2 babies on the way. I'm starting to think there might be some truth to that. I think the only thing they not saying is one of them might be in Cardi B. Imagine that. You got to worry about the dog catching your ass today. I said, well, is she pregnant? Now I'm like, okay, now I'm like the rest of y'all. Maybe outside chest might hurt a little bit now, though. Yeah. That's y'all. That's what they saying, y'all. But I said, okay, you know, if you look at it the way I put it, right? She did it right already. She was married. That shit didn't work out, okay? But they got the kids, the beautiful kids, right? And so I said, okay, she was due for an F up. Depending on how you look at it. Sometimes you gotta spin it like a bottle. So shout out to that. I guess she was just due. You see? She was just due. Hold on, let me see real quick though. Let me do the math with y'all real quick, like Chris Rock said on New Jack City. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, yeah, hold on. What month we in? July? If Cardi B is pregnant, she'll be delivering a baby around February. February 2026. So shout out to that. But that's saying she 2 months already. If she further along than 2 months already, she'll be having a baby by January or for Christmas time. For Christmas time, the kids will be getting a Christmas shirt, a new extra Christmas present. The baby, you see. My calculations stay on me. It just is what it is. Let me say this. I said, listen, if she is pregnant, it won't be hard to hide. You know, one thing about the girls, I talk about it all the time on my channel. It's a mess. You know, they just got this new thing where they like to not tell everybody that they pregnant. You know, hide their pregnancies or whatnot. So, child, listen. One thing I know, 2 things for sure, from experience. She can't hide it forever. Even if she was to go to her full 9 months, right? Full of Kylie Jenner. Ultimately, we'll still know. You see, it just is what it is. We'll still know. Cardi, let me tell you something. They saying you pregnant. Oh, yes, superstar. They say you're pregnant. Girl, is you pregnant? Shout out to that. If you is, just let us know. It is what it is. Please don't take us up and through there. You know, we don't want to go. So shout out to that. I just don't want to go. Baby, I don't want to go on no roller coaster ride with you. Either you're pregnant or you're not. Okay. You know, now, being a woman, I respect the first trimester. I get it. But after that, be real. Keep it real. With yourself first. You see, your audience second. Let us know, child. It is what it is. Now, me, child, she ain't fooling nobody. Right now, I think she pregnant, Pooper Stars. It just is what it is. I do. Okay. So shout out to that. I think Cardi B is pregnant, child. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of some of the things that she been doing. She been so covered up. Okay. She been so covered up. If you don't come outside revealing some flesh, mainly that belly, then I know what time it is. It just is what it is. Like, you know, like, oh no, ain't no girls in the back over here. You see, I do not stand in the back. So, like, it is what it is. Like, my common sense gonna tell me everything I need to know. And, like, I gotta keep it real. Just based off of the way Cardi B has been dressing, it gives pregnant. You know? It do. But at the same time, Cardi B gets about the same kind of buzz. The same kind of buzz around album time. You know? Or just period. You know, so I know that could be a thing too. Maybe she like letting people troll and she just running with it. They think I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna wear this. I think I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna wear this. You know, it's like algorithm games that these people play sometimes. But let me tell you something. One thing I know, two things for sure. You cannot hide a baby that long. You can't. You know, you're not gonna be able to hide a pregnancy that long. Like, even if you do a good job covering it up and not coming outside that much, that's a telltale sign, you know? In other words, if you don't come outside showing your belly, then it's a wrap. We know what it is with you, you know? And that's just how I feel about it. I'm not going on no more roller coaster rides with you girls. Period. I'm just going to use my common sense. Okay? If my common sense tells me you prego, then you probably is prego. You know? Now I will say this though. Cardi B did just recently have a baby. That could have something to do with her not showing her belly like that. You know? But I just feel like as far as this goes, I'm going to let Father Time do the talking. It just is what it is. He'll reveal it. He will. He will reveal in due time whether Cardi B is pregnant or not. But I can tell y'all right now, it's giving pregnant. Until she come outside and show her body, it's giving pregnant. So that's just that. That's how I felt about it, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna go get me something to eat because y'all know I really don't like to eat like that on camera. I don't. Now I drink like a fish. Non-alcoholic stuff, of course, because I'm not drinking like that. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to get myself something to eat. I know that. Let me see. Well, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Yeah, I got 15 minutes. I sure do. Let me have another snack, and I'm going to sit here with y'all for 15 minutes. So shout out to that. Child, listen, let me tell y'all something. Tia Kim. Cardi B. I'm about to get out for Cardi B, but yeah, I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna switch gears to Tia Kemp and Christian for a minute, but hold on. Let me just say this. I hope I didn't drop nothing. I can't stand doing stuff like that. But Cardi, don't hide it from us, baby. It is what it is. If you pregnant, you pregnant. When you get out of that first trimester, flaunt it. You know? It is what it is. Because, girl, I'm telling you now, you ain't going to be fooling nobody but yourself. Like, I remember when, that man from something yard, Columbus Short, I remember when he said, that's not funny, but it is kind of funny. And for whatever reason, it just stuck with me. I have never forgot that. He said, well, he will be high. He said, he felt like he was fooling people. But he said, the whole time, he wasn't fooling nobody but himself. That reminds me of women when they be trying to hide their pregnancy. Okay, you don't be fooling nobody but yourself. Okay. Like, I just feel like hiding a whole pregnancy is a damn lot to be doing. It's just, I'm just sorry. It just takes too much energy, you know? And before y'all start, don't come for me. I'm a woman, right? I'm a woman. I'm a mother. I got kids. With that being said, I know, you know what I'm saying, about the whole first trimester stage, okay? Getting out of the scary part, getting out of the woods. I know about all of that. It just is what it is, okay? That ain't what we talking about, though. This ain't that. We talking about women that be hiding their whole damn pregnancy, you know? And then one day just pop up with a picture of their newborn on their chest. It's like, girl, go on. You see, we talking about them, okay? Yeah, listen. You don't be fooling nobody but yourself. I mean, it just is what it is. And I mean, hey, if that's how you want to spend your time and your energy, to each his own. Child, I would not want to spend my pregnancy like that. It just is what it is. And in fact, if I'm gonna do something like that, I think I would just like get out of Dodge. You know, just like literally take a social media cleanse. And shout out to social media cleanse news. Oh my God, it's been so long since I did a social media cleanse news clip. That's crazy. But ain't nobody been on no cleanses, so that's a good thing. Okay, that's a good thing. Y'all know I wrote a whole book about it. So y'all know it means something to me. But yeah, I'm glad. We all present. Ain't nobody feeling like I'm losing my mind. Social media on my nerves. I gotta run. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their inside part intact. So I love to hear it. Shout out to that. If you or somebody you know though are struggling with social media, okay, and you want to just get some tips on how to use it, how to navigate it, how to be a boss, how to boss up on it, then my ebook, okay, is gonna be perfect for you. All right, you can get you a copy by going to my Instagram, and which is my comment section, all one word. Okay, and then there's a link in the bio. All right. So anyway, shout out to that. Ain't nobody been on no social media cleanses, and I love it, love it, love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, if you gonna hide a pregnancy, then if I was going to hide a pregnancy, then I would just take a break from social media. Period. Just a whole break, a full break. It just is what it is. But to be online and photoshopping videos and buying big clothes, and I'm not doing all that. You see? But like I said, to each his own. And the older I get, the less judgment. You know what I'm saying? I pass. It just is what it is. Now, my opinion, I'll listen. You see, I'm tossing that thing around like a frisbee. It just is what it is. But judgment, no. You see? So shout out to that. But anyway, y'all, back to what I was trying to tell y'all. Tia Kim. All right, because I'm off Cardi B, and if she pregnant or not. Like I said, it's just a matter of time. She won't be able to hide that for long. And my personal opinion, it's giving pregnant a little bit at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I can't, I can't just necessarily say that 100% though, because sometimes, sometimes Cardi will wear something where her stomach looks flat. But I'm just saying, based off of how she been moving lately, yeah, it's giving. Okay, it is what it is. It's giving that it might be a bun in her oven. Okay, just had a baby or not. Okay, she been really, 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 really covered up. Okay, for Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? For somebody like Cardi B, she been extremely, extremely covered up lately. So that's that. But then at the same time too, one more thing, I did see Cardi in an outfit. It was a questionable outfit. I thought it was really, really ugly, extremely, extremely ugly, and not flattering. And we all know Cardi B gonna dress too. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing, okay? But anyway, word on the curb is a lot of people, okay, fans included, they think Cardi B is pregnant, and I just want to let y'all know. I want to update my poop stars on that. And I just got to keep it real, y'all. I honestly think Cardi B is pregnant too. Okay, it just is what it is. It's given, you know, it's given like hot dog, hot diggity dog. You see, hot damn, I didn't let this man get me pregnant. That's what it's given. You know, it's just it looked like it to me. Not to mention before I get out of here, hey. One thing that I do gotta say too is that like being a woman, you know what I'm saying, and being a mother, we all know too that like sometimes right after you have a baby, that's the easiest time to have another baby. You know? So you know, that too. That's possible. You know, it's possible that you know, they just slipped up and, you know, made a baby. Okay, so anyway, that's word on the card. But then anyway, after that, moving on, let's talk about Tia Kemp and Krishan Rock real quick before I get out of here. I got about 5 more minutes with y'all. Shout out to that. And then I'm a skate. Oh, y'all know word on the curb is Tia Kemp goes off on Krishan Rock for the second time. Yeah, it's the second time. Now the second time was way more fierce. Okay, I want to use that word, I think, than the first one. The first one, she was still trying to be cool a little bit. But then if you let Tia Kemp tell it, Krishan Rock played on her phone and woke up at her sleep, okay, late night. And, you know, she went off. Now, first of all, Tia, girl, it's giving you acting your age. You know, it just is what it is, girl. It's giving an old lady, okay? And I say that because, child, they saying that. Now, hold on. I don't know how true this is, though. So, you know, I say it with, you know, all due respect. But still, at the same time, if it is true, yeah, you see, just like our motherfucker said, it's giving an old lady. Because Krishan made a video, right, talking to Tia Kemp specifically. She did. But people are saying that somebody was playing on Tia's phone and was playing the video. So Tia kept going off, hollering, cussing, fussing at an alleged video. I said, oh, Lord. Come again. Now, but, you know, Tia was like, no. Tia, if you let Tia tell it, Tia was like, no, it was Krishan. It was not no recording. I don't know. I don't know. I will say this. Tia made a video while it was going on. And as loud as her mouth is, you can still kind of hear Krishan, and it do sound like the video. It do. It sound like a video. So I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But I wanted to give my opinion on the situation, and I already gave my opinion on the situation. I told y'all last time. And I think my opinion still stands. I feel like when it comes to Krishan, I feel like Tia is gonna win. You see the argument. It just is what it is. She like to argue. Okay. That she gonna win. Cause in my hearts of all hearts, I feel like people that really know how to fight, they're not good at arguing. Okay. So that's it. That's how I feel about it. All right. That's why I feel like Krishan just letting Tia have it. Girl, run with it. You see, the internet is your thing. The internet is Krishan thing too, but not necessarily from her mouth and how she talk. It's her more actions. You see. What's called is just more action packed, if you will. Okay, like a figure a little bit. You know. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you gonna have them argue with each other, Tia gonna win. You see. You know. You see. But I will say this though. So anyway, they arguing, right? Tia arguing. She's talking about she'll do this, that, and the third. See, that's the only thing, Tia. You see, you sound like Charleston White. Yeah. Y'all call her Young T and him Child, they damn sure act like brother and sister. Uh, excuse me. Yeah, shout out to that. At this point, it's given. Um, mm, mm. Because how you, first of all, you talk all of that talk. You see, you talk that talk, like Rihanna said. But then you talk about like you gonna do this, that, and the third, and paint the city red if she was to ever like, come on, like, come on, you see? Take the what and leave the what? Like, listen, I don't know. You see, I don't know. Because it really depends on the day for me. Shout out to that. It really do. For me, it really depends on the day. I don't think people automatically, people fail fades, but it's like, man, I mean, like the daddy said on Friday, you live, you see, to see another day. But at the same time, like, if you gonna engage in getting into it with somebody over the internet, like, don't be talking about you gonna be hollering, pulling out this, that, and the third when you see the person. Like, it's giving weird. It's giving weird. It's giving go sit your old ass down. It's giving stick to your crowd. It's giving leave Generation Morant alone. Yeah, if you will. And y'all know I hate taking sides. I do, and I'm not taking Krishan's side, but I gotta just keep it real. Y'all know that. I'm gonna keep it real with myself first. Shout out to that in my audience second. You see? Audience. In my hearts of our hearts, I feel like Tia need to leave this alone. Period. You see? Cause like it's just giving bully a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's what it's giving. And it's like, man, if you ain't gonna get out there, then shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. And that's the truth of the truth, and the truth of the truth, and the truth of the truth. You see? Because in my hearts of our hearts, Krishan ain't talking about doing nothing to you. That's one, first and foremost, unless you got receipts. If you got them, pull them out. Secondly, I just feel like you got a different Krishan, right? You got the Krishan who is a mother now. You got the Krishan who actually went to jail and had to deal without her baby. You know what I'm saying? You got the Krishan who you got the Yahweh Krishan. You see? If you would have got damn, what's it called? If you would have got Blue Girls Club Krishan, you would have got a whole different type of Krishan. You see? Then I feel like you would have got what you want. Like, let's talk about it. I mean, it is what it is. Like, listen, you got so many people telling this girl, you're fake. You a fake prophet. You don't really have no relationship with God. Quit talking about God. Don't witness. Don't be a witness. Forget what God says. Don't ever tell nobody your testimony. Like, run, hide. Your life is over. Never show your face again. You see, you got all these people coming at this girl like that. So I feel like that's why she giving Tia the energy that she giving Tia. It just is what it is. Tia dealing with a whole different Krishan. Tia, at the end of the day, I feel like you dealing with a whole different Krishan than Carlissa did. And maybe for some reason Tia feel like she needs to defend Carlissa a little bit, defend herself a little bit, defend the blogger girl, the TikToker, the Rick Rocker that Krishan was picking on. And at the end of the day, I feel like Tia, you sit, if I would say, sit this out. You see, sit this out. Because one, you ain't really talking about knucking and bucking if you see somebody. I mean, let's keep it real. That's not what this is. So it's really an unfair argument. You see, you want to argue. When people like Krishan, they don't. They usually throw hands, you know? So it's like, girl, sit down, sit it out, leave it alone, for real. And I just don't like it. But, me personally, I kind of don't like it. I think I don't like it because of the age stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the age stuff is weird. Now, see, like if Krishan mama would have hopped online and addressed Tia, then I'd be like, all for it. Whatever. Go for it. Go. You see what I'm saying? Go. You know? You know what I'm saying? Let's see who, yeah, get these folks some sweatshirts and stuff. They trying to go to Duke College. You see, they go, you know? I mean, it just is what it is. Like, let them, you know, may the best bumper win. You see? Because right now, Tia got perfect. She got straight A's in bumping. Yeah. Shout out to that. I mean, come on now. Since I just got to tell the person I can't out bump you. You see? You know? So it's like, come on, man. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? You see? I saw a comment. So one commenter was like, Tia, the Rick Ross clout then dried up and now she just on to the next like Swiss Beats. I said, oh, okay. Okay, Miss Preston Curry, you kind of ate. Now, you know, me, I'm the one that said on to the next like Swiss Beats. Yeah, yes, he did. Like the mom said on Friday. So shout out to that. But the person said, you know, that they feel like the Rick Ross cloud then dried up. And I'm like, yeah, something, you see. But at the end of the day, I feel like Tia you see, if she would just figure it out. I would like to see her figure it out. I would like to see her figure it out. Because I remember, like, when she was trying to give Krishan a hard time, right? She was saying that, like, when it comes to the internet, she had to learn. It's certain stuff that she had to learn. You know, like, for instance, maybe it took her a while to realize that she was embarrassing herself, embarrassing her children, while trying to embarrass Rick Ross. You know, like, you embarrassing both of y'all, though. You do know that, right? So she said, you know, she had to learn. It was stuff that she had to learn. And let me just say this. Yeah. You know, I can't wait till she learn whatever it is she needs to, you know, like basically what her calling gonna be, you know, or what she gonna be doing. You see? Because I feel like what she doing right now with Krishan ain't necessarily it, if that makes sense, you know? So yeah. That just is what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that ain't it. You know, that ain't it. In my hearts of our hearts, to me, it's not a good look for her. It just is what it is. It's not a good look for her. She looked like, girl, leave that girl alone. For real, leave that girl alone. Yeah. And I'll take it a step further. You also look like you also you coming out like you like the fact that she into it with her sister too. You see? Cause like baby, what's the call it better than me? What's call it better than me? Cause I would have been like, listen, I might be mad at her right now, but bitch, I wish you would. You talking that talk, yeah. You better not leave Florida. You see? Take the what and leave the what? You better watch how you talking to my little sister. You see? Like I just feel like, you know, If all of them siblings go to popping them gums, you see, I feel like, Tia might be outnumbered, outmatched. She might have to shut up. It just is what it is. Shut up. Or put our dukes up, Because it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody don't want to bump with you. So what now? Like you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's one thing that comes with bumping that you gotta know. For real. It just is what it is. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. It's a thin line. You see, very thin line between talking and fighting. You see. So yeah. That just is what that is. Like, you really got to be careful with that. And as far as this goes, you know what I'm saying? Because Tia, she seemingly is a content creator, right? Still, same thing, Same thing. You can be as crazy as they come. You can be as crazy as they come, for real, for real. I mean, get down for your crown. I still feel like you gotta have respect for people. It just is what it is. Remind you, it's a lot of badasses that ain't here no more. You see? I mean, and listen, depending on who you asking today, it's me. It's just my opinion. I feel like Tia Kim went too hard on Chrisean. She did. Like, and I take it a step further. Like I said in the beginning of all of this, somebody said that it was for play. It wasn't even real. Like somebody was playing on Tia's phone with a recording of Chrisean. So it wasn't even Chrisean. So at the end of the day, Tia, you mean to tell me you went that hard without that girl saying nothing? Because how she said in the video is, who are you? Like nobody even knows you. And you went that hard. Like, nah, it's giving. You know what I'm saying? It's giving something, It's giving something. I can't necessarily, put my hands on it or whatnot. But, yeah, if I didn't know no better, you know what I'm saying? I would say that there's like almost a hidden jealous spirit there or something. You know what I'm saying? It's something. Because you don't go from you don't go from like, trying to school somebody and tell somebody, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, do better. You know what I'm saying? Do better. You can do better. You deserve better. You and your baby deserve better. You don't go from that to just ran. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. Especially because, like I said, Chrisean ain't said nothing like that. Chrisean ain't said nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, child, I didn't like it. It is what it is. Y'all jump in my comments and let me know how y'all feel about it, though. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Is Chrisean a grown woman? And, like, it don't matter? Like, two grown women getting into it is two grown women getting into it? Or is it more like the elder should know a little better, though? The elder should know a little better. Like for instance, for real, Chrisean got, in this situation, Chrisean looks more mature than Tia. You know what I'm saying? You, at the end of the day, she didn't somehow turned it around like Todd. You see? She done set your ass up. She looked more mature than you. She got you looking like the kid, cussing and fussing. And don't know how to conduct themselves. Can't hold a intelligent conversation without cursing and doing a fool. Like that's how Chrisean got Tia Kemp looking. Like imagine that. Yes, baby. She done spent this all around on you, you know? Because at the end of the day, you just cussing, and going off on this young ass girl, on this young lady, on this young woman. That at the end of the day, you supposed to be setting an example for. You know, it's just like, it's just like, man, you're the elder. You know what I'm saying? You're the elder. Like, be, be the elder. You know, like, you don't look no better. You don't look no better. How are you making yourself look crazy while trying to school somebody else about how they should be acting and what they should be doing? Girl, please, you know, it's given, you know what I'm saying? It's given, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, you know what I'm saying? Give your opinion and keep it moving. Like I said, Tia Kip is seemingly like a content creator. You know what I'm saying? So when she said what she said, right, and Krishan didn't like what she said, she didn't have to respond to Krishan. She didn't have to respond to Krishan. She could have just ate it. Like, you know what, girl? Cause like, listen, I gotta go back and listen again, but Krishan didn't say nothing that bad. She was just like, basically, keep my name out your mouth. Like, why are you speaking on me? I remember her saying, this is the second time. She's like, the first time you said blah, 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 I ignored you. You see? Like, Tia, you ain't no better. You see? You ain't no better. And you talking about how she should be and the type of mother that she should be if she gonna be in this industry. Tia, if you gonna be in this industry, then you should know how you should be acting too. You know? And that's like, acting like you got some home training, you know? Everything ain't got to be so ghetto. You know? It just is what it is. Everything ain't got to be like that. You know? Tia, it is what it is. Like, there's a place and a time for ghetto. Tia kind of seems like she don't know how to cut hers off a little bit. You see? We see why you never made it to no red carpets with Rick. I mean, it just is what it is. Flossie Rick Rossi was not taking you outside of Florida. You see? Because you don't know how to act. Like, and you got to learn how to act before you be telling somebody else about how to act. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It is what it is. She jumped out the window. You see, this is what it is. She jumped out the window. You might be a better whatever, but somebody always got you beat on something. You see, somebody gonna always have you beat. And I could just say this, ma'am. You could use some what's it called? Some etiquette classes. Yeah, shout out to that. Tia could really hold on, etiquette and what else? Like public relations, all of that. You name it. You know, because just like everybody else who don't really know how to conduct themselves on any level, kind of like how Jocelyn used to act. Yeah, the Jocelyn from the Love and Hip Hop reunion. Her. Who else? Portia. Remember how Portia used to act on a housewife? Always jeopardizing that chick. Always. Portia was going to run up. If it was one thing Portia, what she should have to stop herself from doing was running up on people, child. Who else don't know how to act? Tommy from Love and Hip Hop days. You know, I mean, just like anybody that you could think of who like Sexy Red, Cardi B, Suki. I mean, people that just don't have no filter, embarrass themselves, don't know how to really talk, sound illiterate, sound perfect for Jerry Springer. I mean, yeah, put yourself in the category. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, hello. So like that's why I feel like people be having to check themselves. Yeah. Check yourself. They used to have this saying when we was younger. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. It just is what it is. Like, people think they can point the finger and it is, you see, it's just, it's like I said, it's going to always be somebody that's, so like, yeah, just, you know what I'm saying? And I like Tia. At the end of the day, I like Tia. I do. Now, a lot of stuff that she does, I do feel like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain it. I just feel like she embarrasses herself, if that makes sense. I feel like she does a lot of embarrassing type of stuff. Period. Now, I can't say I like that. I wish she wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I like the fact that I like how vocal she is. I think she's funny. I like the fact that she was checking Rick Ross. Sometimes I like the way she checked Rick Ross. But at the end of the day, I started to think she was doing it too much. It was going too far. Him ignoring her. He don't really pay her no attention. Not to mention, like, I be feeling like you kind of still like him. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like if he came through, he could still hit. So in my mind, you're weird. You're weird. You just another crazy looking baby mama. You see, at this point, like, you doing all that yapping. You doing all that bumping, and you mean to tell me he could still hit? Take the what and leave the what? No, ma'am, Pam. You see, like, no, ma'am, Pam. I'm not finna play them kind of games with you. So anyway, shout out to her, and shout out to what she got going on. And Krishan, too, while we talking about it. But anyway, Hoop Stars, I gotta run. I had so much fun with y'all today. I don't even want to leave. I'm going to figure it out. One day, I'm going to be able to be with y'all, like, just for a very long time. So, shout out to that. But anyway, today is not going to be that day. You see? But anyway, Pooper Stars, I love you all. Don't forget I love you all. I especially love y'all for loving me. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.